What's going on, everybody? So here's part 2 to our Q&A video because it was super long and we had to cut that bad boy down. But there was so much extra footage that we decided to make a whole other video out of it. So here it is.
What's your favorite memory of me?
The school year that we met had ended, and you were going back home. Your mom came down and your sister to help you pack stuff up, and I was actually came to help you pack up. And you were getting ready to leave, and we were just standing by my car and talking.
Oh.
And we weren't dating at this point. We were just talking, like, you know, getting to know each other. And that moment was like, I was like, dang, she's about to leave. And I'm like feeling like, dang, I don't want her to go.
Feel some type of way.
I was like, dang, she's about to leave for the summer. And I was like, because we had just met like right before the end of the last semester of school. And it was like basically this 2-week period that we had of just hanging out. So we were just like, you know, we got 2 weeks left of the school year before you gotta leave. Just hang out, get to know each other, that kind of thing.
We hung out every single day, by the way.
Yeah. So then we just, you know, we're just doing that. And then it was just like, you know, you were leaving. So I was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, dang, like this a whole lot has changed within 2 weeks. This girl's really awesome. She really is important. I really like her. I didn't tell her this, but I was like, oh my gosh, I really like her a whole lot. Like, this is probably, like, I think I'm not go too far into details. We can give this later into another video. But just like, I was like, yeah, this is, I feel like this is probably the one kind of thing. And then I just really like her a whole lot. And I remember you leaving, and then I was like, Michaela, what are you doing to my heart? So it was like one of those moments. It was just like, and we just sat there and talked for a bit before you left. It was kind of like this, we're saying our goodbyes. So I think that's one of my favorite memories of like saying goodbye to you for that first time. You were leaving to go back home for the summer, and just being with you in that moment. That was really cool.
Oh my gosh. One of my favorite memories was actually when I was back home and we were still like, we were talking every single day, and
Not dating yet.
Not dating, yeah. And we would text a lot, and then like we like, I feel like we sent pictures, and I was like, hey, do you know this app called Marco Polo? It's like a video app. Oh yeah, because we sent it on Instagram. We were sending stuff on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's a video like chat app, and so like we can talk back and forth or whatever. And he was like, what? Video? Yes. Like he was like all on it. And so I think one of my favorite things is like all summer Marco Polo was like my number one used app, because we would like talk on it all the time, and like we would go to sleep mad late because it was like we couldn't stop going back and forth. It was like we'd be falling asleep, and literally he would send a Marco Polo of like him being silent, like about to fall asleep, and then he would stop it, and then I would like aw. So I really liked those. Another memory is when he asked me to be his girlfriend. He said my entire name. He's like, Michaela Elizabeth Gaddis, will you be my girlfriend? And then, but it's on Marco Polo again because we were like far away.
Yeah.
And then you said, and I know where I want this to go, and I know one day I'm gonna marry you.
Ooh.
And look, it came true.
Hey.
So
Post about me.
he is the Instagram guy.
I'm just trying to be a godly example to all my brothers in the Lord out there on how to, you know, do this thing. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to be.
Hashtag put this in the video. Date with a purpose, because it's way better when you date with a purpose than to not.
Come on.
So.
Amen.
Yep, that's the end of that.
Also, Marco Polo sponsor us. I'm just saying we can
Instagram.
We can make a whole thing off your Instagram, but Marco Polo specifically, because she said long distance. Oh my gosh, you could do a whole campaign around that.
Right.
Man, let us be your poster faces for like long distance relationships. And Marco Polo, I'm just saying, Marco Polo, hit us up.
Yeah,
we got it.
And Marco Polo, you also, just a suggestion, make video like face-to-face app, like how FaceTime kind of, because he doesn't have an iPhone, so we had to use like all these other apps, and they would always not work.
Yeah.
So, and we were like, I guess we have to go back to Marco Polo.
Yeah, 'cause Marco Polo's like back and forth, like a walkie-talkie. It's not live.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
when it comes to the baby question, how do you feel? Do you want kids? And I'm adding this on. How many kids do you want?
Well, how do I feel about the baby question? I'm all about it. Just have kids. And how many? As many as possible.
He's trying to break my stomach.
Just pop them out. Just like,
Oh my gosh.
no, I think we actually did talk about kids already, even when we were dating. So I think our number is like at least 2, and we want to adopt a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where we're at. But I mean, I got her up to 4. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know.
It's only okay. Listen. You were answering all of my sides of the question.
Oh, I'm supposed to answer mine.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You go ahead. Let me ask you.
It
Baby
was-
question. How do you feel? How many? I say
Well,
at least 3.
I want kids. It used to be I didn't want any of my own. I didn't want to have kids because pregnancy scares the crap out of me.
Oh,
But I'll do it. It's fine.
I'll take care of you.
Yeah. I have a good one here, so it's okay.
That's the baby.
I never only wanted 1 kid. I wanted at least 2 and no more than 3.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 or 3 kids is basically where it's at. He did get me up to 4, only because I want to adopt, but I also want another boy.
Mm-hmm.
So if we had, I want 1 boy, 1 girl, and my adopted kid can be any gender, and then another boy.
Oh, okay.
That's how I've always.
I knew about the other ones. The last child we had never talked about. So
Yeah.
Final question. She has no idea what this question is, and it's not on this list. It might be, but I didn't see that. It just came to me. So my question for you, Michaela Elizabeth Gaddis, is this: how many tattoos do you have, and what are their meanings?
Ooh, this is an exciting one, and I can show you all of them, maybe. I have 4 tattoos, and they are all very meaningful. So, this one on my wrist right here says patience. I can't do it like the right way. There's a cross, and then it says patience. This is my very first tattoo. I got this tattoo when I was 21 years old, and my brother turned 18, and we got them together. So, me and my brother have like patience together. But I got this because I am a very impatient person when it comes to things that I want, and especially when I don't hear from God right away, being honest. It just makes it like I'm just like, oh my gosh, like speak to me. But he spoke to me and said, patience, Michaela, be patient. And so I think it plays a big role in my life, and even today he'll say #patience, like look at your arm, look at
your wrist,
look at your left arm, look at your left wrist, he would say. Okay, so then my next one, if I can get my shirt up here. I don't think I can get it all the way, but yeah, it's this flower. And then, so I had a symbol here. I'm not done with this one completely. It still has to be colored and everything, but I had a symbol here for mother-daughter thing, but it messed up. So now I have this flower in representation of my mother, because she is beautiful like flower, and it's going to be purple.
You about to make your mom cry.
I know. So then this one, I have this one on my right wrist that says God is over the ups and downs, which is kind of self-explanatory, because he's over the ups and downs. This one is going to be kind of awkward to show you. It's on my wrist. I mean, what? My ankle right there.
Just break it.
Break my wrist.
Yeah. You can say wrist.
Whatever. It's a wrist on your foot. But it's like a little what would you call this? Like an
X.
Yeah. Like if you were to look at a compass, that's what it is. And it has my birth year at the top, and then it has my cousin and my brother's birth year, because they're born the same year and same month. And then my brother and my other cousin, and then my little sister, right there, just because we grew up together, and it's like they're my best friends besides this one. And yeah, so
cool.
Those are all of my tattoos, and
I want more.
But we'll see. See how my family feels about it. Can I ask one more?
Sure.
To you.
Okay.
Why jewelry?
Why jewelry?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, what is the significance? Why do you like to wear jewelry?
I don't know. I don't think I have a specific reason for it, other than I just feel like it's kind of me. I kind of went back and forth on it. Like, the types of jewelry I wear has changed. I used to wear like a lot more gold. I don't have like gold chains, that kind of thing. And like bracelets were always a thing, but now it's more like I don't know what to call it, like everyday kind of jewelry. I would say like yeah, I have like this bracelet here. There are two here, and I like to wear rings. I guess is the main thing. That
There's more rings than
I wear more rings than her. I probably wear more rings than most girls. But yeah, not your mom. But I like rings. I hadn't been wearing chains in a long time. But this one is actually a matching set with hers that she got for us, and they said, yeah, no, they say eternal love on them. So why? I don't really feel like people ask me that, and I wish I had like a deeper meaning, and maybe one day I will come up with one. But there really isn't any meaning other than I just kind of feel like it's just another way for me to like express myself. I kind of consider myself a fashionable kind of guy, but I do my own thing. So yeah, rings is like, you know what? Rings does actually have a significance, and I always forget it until I remember it.
Well, okay.
But so the rings have it. That's other stuff I don't know. I think I just do it. But the rings is because I remember when I was a little kid, I used to watch a bunch of Jerry Lewis movies with my mom.
Okay.
And Jerry Lewis, no matter what character he was playing in any movie, he did like a lot of comedy stuff. You look him up, old school, like back in the day type movies. He did like a lot of comedies, but he always had his rings on. Like, and it was like, did not matter what the character was, even if it didn't necessarily fit the character, he just always had his rings on. And my mom used to comment on that, like, oh yeah, he always has those rings. Like, that's just his thing. You can tell that's his thing. And for some reason, that just impacted me. Certain things just impacted me. So I guess it's because of something I used to do with my mom. So maybe it's that reason, or I was just a very impressionable kid growing up. So it's like I would grab on like the littlest stuff, but that was something that was cool to me. I was like, I want to do that. So I guess I subconsciously sometimes forget about it, but when I got older, I was like, I'm going to have that thing that's like kind of marks me. So regardless, I'm always wearing rings, kind of thing. For the most part. Sometimes I take them off, like when I'm sleeping, and like when I'm doing manual labor. But yeah, so that's the reason.
Okay, cool. I actually didn't know that. That's why I asked.
I always forget till I remember.
I'm glad. I'm glad that you forget until you can remember.
Yeah.